total in that direction. I'll tell you what the day of judgment is, he says. It's that day that there is no soul will have power for any other, no saint worship, no Jesus saves you, no Son of God, none of these what he would call blasphemous ideas. Who commands that day? Allah alone. On that day the command is Allah, and you're judged by your works. Faith in Jesus will not fly, and it will not save you. That's why Muslims are very severe on this. That's why you get Louis Farrakhan talking the way he talks, or Muhammad Ali, or these people, you know, how they speak. And the people I told you I heard in Hyde Park. I told you about that Hyde Park experience I had, didn't I? Didn't I tell you about that? Oh, well, if I didn't, I'll say it again. Once, many years ago, I was in Hyde Park, and a Christian preacher was preaching on a soapbox there. It was before all this agitation that we now see the Muslim world is gripped by. And Hyde Park is a place that people could get up and speak, you know. And he was an evangelical speaker, and he was going on about Jesus and saying Jesus this and Jesus that, and the audience were heckling him. A lot of Muslims actually, in London, a lot of Muslim young people living in London still are, and they were heckling him, and he was saying, you know, and Jesus saves, and Jesus this, and they were yelling, you lie, you lie, you lie. And I was kind of chuckling to myself, because I knew where they were coming from. They were coming from some of the surahs of the Quran, where we've noticed that Muhammad says Jews and Christians have introduced lies into the scripture. And one of the lies, of course, from a Muslim perspective, would be that Jesus can save you. There's no intercession in the Quran, no intercession. Only your works, that's what's going to save you. So we would think that Muslims should be righteous people. And most Muslims are very righteous people. Except when a certain excitability develops. And that's why I don't understand this sawing off people's heads and things like that. We think higher of Muslims than that. We expect them to behave higher because they are usually higher than that. And we see them as righteous people. And I think they maybe it would be good to demand righteousness from some of their colleagues, perhaps, who feel they can do that sort of thing because they're doing it to someone who is either a traitor or an unbeliever or something like that. I don't think real Muslims feel that that's proper behavior. And someone maybe should tell some of these other people that that is not the way works righteousness goes. So we know that most Muslims are very honest and upright because of this doctrine of works righteousness. So I would hope that they would get some of these other people on board to behave the way would be more impressive behavior. Here's another surah here. I'm sorry to interfere in Islamic internal affairs. But, I'd like to give people backbone to stand up to some other people who might be intimidating others. I think that's one of the big problems, intimidation. So I think that there are Muslims who know the right way and who would stand up if they didn't feel in danger in some way sometimes by standing up. And this intimidation is a really difficult thing to handle, particularly when it's a matter of life and death. So I know it's a difficult thing. Here's another one, the sundering, 84, when the heaven is split asunder. And this is like a responsive verse, you know, like another group is reading back, and attentive to your Lord in fear. And when the earth is spread out, and cast out all that was in her and is empty, what's happening? The graves are open in time for the judgment day. And attentive to her Lord in fear. Thou verily, O man, are working a work toward your Lord that you will meet. How will you meet it? In the judgment, in his presence. So again, sending your works before you. Then whoso has got the right account goes to the right way, and will get an easy reckoning and return to his other folk in paradise or heaven who are in joy. But whoso has got a bad reckoning, he will go behind the back, and he will get into destruction. And again, what do we have here? Hellfire. a scorching fire. Because in his all normal life, he was joyous with his folks. And he thought that this would never have to be. And I swear by the afterglow of sunset, here it is, the intimation of the enshrouded one. And by the night, and all that enshrouded, the all-night vigils. And by the moon,